Good morning, class. Today I'll teach you how to read the values of the curve that you have drawn yesterday. Okay, so now I want you to take a look at question 1 and follow through the steps that I'm going to show you in this video. Before we start on our lesson, okay, we'll do a little recap from the previous chapter. Okay, so for horizontal line, okay, for example, cutting at the point 2 on the y-axis, okay, the equation of this line will be y equals to 2. For vertical line, cutting at the point 3 on the x-axis, okay, the equation will simply be x equals to 3. So for horizontal line, the equation will always be y equals to the y-intercept. Okay, and for vertical line, the equation will always be x equals to the x-intercept. Okay, so now take a look at question 1 part 1. Okay, now the question wants us to find the value of x when y is equals to 3. Okay, so first of all, on the y-axis, okay, we find the point 3, which is over here. Okay, and we draw the line y is equals to 3 across. Okay, take note that I use a dotted line for this case. Okay, now second step, we need to find the intersection point between the line and the curve. Okay, so where do they meet? Okay, they meet at this point here and this point here. Okay, and this is known as the intersection point. Okay, now the third step, okay, we draw a vertical line downwards from the intersection point to the x-axis. Okay, now lastly, okay, we just read the value of the x-axis and that will be our answer. So for this case, okay, x will be equals to 2 and x equals to -3. Okay, so again, first of all, y is equals to 3. Okay, we draw the line y equals to 3. Next thing, we find the intersection point. Okay, and from the intersection point, we will draw a vertical line downwards. Okay, after that, okay, we will just simply read off the value over here and over here, okay, which will give us the answer for x. So now, let's take a look at question 1 part 2. Now they want us to find the value of x when y is equals to -2. Okay, so first of all, y equals to -2. Okay, and we draw a horizontal line across. Okay, second thing, we find the intersection point, which is here and here. Okay, and after that, we will draw a vertical line upwards. Okay, so now, after we have drawn a vertical line upwards, okay, we will read off the x value, which will be x equals to 0.6 and x is equals to minus, okay, or -1.6. Okay, so again, y is equals to -2. Okay, we find the two intersection points. We draw a vertical line upwards and we read off the x value. Now, moving on to question 1 part 3. Okay, now they want us to find the value of y when x is equals to 0.5. So first of all, we need to find x equals to 0.5. Okay, so on the x-axis, we find the point 0.5 and we draw the vertical line x equals to 0.5. Okay, next thing, we find the intersection point between the vertical line and the curve. Okay, so we know that our intersection point is here. Okay, so drawing a horizontal line across, okay, we can find our value of y from the y-axis. Okay, I want you to take note that, okay, for the x-axis, our scale is 2 cm to 1 unit. Okay, meaning to say one small square or one interval is 0.1 unit. Now, for the y-axis, 2 cm is equals to 2 units. So now, one small square, okay, will be equals to 0.2. So always take note that when you read the values of the x and y axis, you must also take note of the scale that is used. Okay, so for this case, okay, your answer will be y is equals to negative 2.2. Okay, so now for question 1 part 4, I'll leave it for you to do on your own, and I'll move on to question 1 part 5. Okay, for question 1 part 5, they want us to find the coordinates of the minimum point. Okay, so how do we find the minimum point? The minimum point is of course the lowest point of the curve. Okay, so where's the lowest point of the curve? Okay, as the curve go downwards, okay, the turning point over here, this will be the lowest point of the curve. Okay, beyond this point, okay, there is nothing. So this has to be the lowest point of the curve. So always remember, when writing a coordinate, okay, always start with the x coordinates first. Okay, so for this case, okay, the x coordinate will be minus 0.5, and the y coordinate will be approximately minus 3.2. Okay, so right now I want you to try to do the same thing as I have done on your own graph paper, and later on we will check our answers. Okay, it's not necessary for you to get the exact same answer as me. Okay, but your answer should lie within 0.5 and 0.7. It should not be too far off. For example, if you get your answer here as 1.2, okay, then you are very wrong. Okay, your answer is very far off. Okay, so right now I want you to try the questions on your own.